feel like you're playing a guessing game when it comes to recycling plastics, here's a great tip to help you recycle right. In Onondaga County, we recycle plastic containers by the shape. That means you should ignore the number and symbol on the bottom of an item. That was created by the plastics industry to let them know what type of resin was used in the manufacturing of that container. It does not tell us whether that item will ultimately be recycled. Instead, look at the shape to figure out what goes in the trash or the recycling bin. There are 4 recyclable shapes to remember: bottles, jars, jugs, and stackable wide-mouth dairy tubs. Make sure they're at least 3 inches long on one side so they don't slip through the gaps in the machines that sort recyclables. Plastic bottles generally have a threaded neck for the screw-on cap. The opening is smaller than the body, and they come in various designs. For example, food bottles for ketchup, salad dressing, and mustard, or products like shampoo, body wash, and mouthwash. Plastic jars also have threads at the neck for a screw-on cap, which is smaller than or maybe even the same size as the body. These also come in various designs. It might have a round bottom or even a square base. Either way, it's fine as long as it is a jar. This is the type of container you would have for nuts, candy, jelly, pickles, or mayonnaise. Plastic jugs usually have a small neck for a cap, a wider body with a handle, and these come in different designs as well. Examples would be a milk or laundry detergent jug. And the final plastic shape to remember is dairy tubs. Okra is specifically looking for tubs that were made to hold dairy or dairy alternative products. In this case, the opening is wider than the body, so they are stackable. One would fit snug inside the other. Examples would include real or non-dairy butter, because it's dairy or dairy alternatives, cottage cheese, Cool Whip, sour cream, yogurt. You just need to make sure that if you have 2 of that product, they have a wide mouth, so one would stack neatly inside the other. To recap, sort plastic by shape. Only plastic bottles, jars, jugs, and stackable wide-mouth dairy tubs belong in your curbside recycling bin. Those containers are generally made in a way that allows them to be recycled. You do want to make sure all of your containers are empty and cleaned out, and firmly reattach the cap on all of these shapes. These caps, when they're loose, are too small to make it through the sorting process without falling through gaps in the machinery. If you get stuck, go through the list of shapes in your head. You have a disposable fork and a disposable cup. Is either one of these a bottle, a jar, a jug, a stackable dairy tub? No, they go in the trash. This was a yogurt tub, not a bottle, not a jar, not a jug, but it is a wide mouth stackable dairy tub. It would go in the recycling. What about this take-home container for soup? Is it a bottle, a jar, a jug, a stackable wide mouth dairy tub? No. It is the shape of a tub. It did not hold dairy or a dairy alternative, so it would have to go in the trash. That's the way for you to remember which tubs go in the trash. These takeout containers, clamshells, little condiment holders, they are huge sources of waste. If you can't reuse them, they all go in the trash. Over-the-counter vitamin bottles, just answered the question. It's a bottle, absolutely, it can go in the recycling bin. However, if you have these orange-yellow vials for prescription medications, those do not belong in your recycling bin. If you can't reuse them for crafts or another purpose, those would have to go in the trash. This is not a container, but many of us use it in the winter as scraper. Plastic, but it's not a bottle, it's not a jar, it's not a jug, and it's not a stackable dairy tub. If it's beyond its useful life, they go in the trash. And we talk about egg cartons. This is styrofoam. It's not one of our shapes. It's not a bottle, a jar, a jug, or a stackable dairy tub. So it does not belong in the recycling bin. And that applies also to paper pulp egg cartons. The fiber in those is too thin to keep recycling. So all egg cartons belong in the trash. However, a lot of people have reused them for arts and crafts, or they get farm fresh eggs and they keep reusing them. Once they can't be used anymore, they go in the trash. One more note on this type of plastic. This is called film plastic. Bags, bubble wrap, air pillows, plastic mailers. These are not one of our 4 shapes. So they can't go in your curbside recycling bin. Frankly, they get too dirty there. They wrap around other recyclables or even the machines that sort recyclables. They can't be managed that way, but they can be recycled if you keep them separate and drop them off at big box stores or chain supermarkets. New York State requires that they have collection bins. Keep a bag at your house, gather them all together, and just drop them off. If you still have questions about plastic, when in doubt, check it out at okra.org. Go to the How Do I Get Rid Of bar and type in the item you need to get rid of. There are hundreds of items in that searchable database, and if you don't have luck there, you can email us at info@okra.org. As a last resort, when in doubt, throw it out. If you guess and you're wrong, you'll contaminate loads of otherwise good recyclables. You can print the latest guide for Onondaga County right now, covering paper, plastic, metal, and glass. Go to okra.org, scroll down to the recycling section, open the recycling rules, and print. Again, that's OCRRA.org.